What's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you on the Built-in Buffalo Network. Really great to have football back, right? Training camp is basically here, the season around the corner. We're now under 50 days until the Thursday opener against the LA Rams to kick off the 2022 NFL season. And one thing, obviously, that we're looking at in the star in Von Miller, it's going to be the brightest he's probably ever been because he's going back to the Rams where he just won his second Super Bowl. And Von Miller is a terror. Von Miller is a guy you have to game plan around. Von Miller keeps offensive coordinators up at night. And I'm just very curious to know how the Bills plan on using him. And that's where this video comes in, the Von Miller usage factor. Where are we at with that? Is he going to play a little bit on the left, a little bit on the right? Could they use him on the interior? He also could be kind of used as a spot player, in the first few weeks of the season because they really want to get Greg Rousseau going. They want to get Boogie Basham going. They want to get A.J. Epinesa going and seeing if he has a legitimate future in Buffalo. And I think the same could be said for Boogie Basham. And then you've got obviously Rousseau, who many people are picking as the breakout defensive player on this Buffalo Bills team. Now, I will say this. The Bills, they've gone out and gotten other pieces as far as the interior goes. It's going to help all of those, previously mentioned guys. I just think back to the Tony Siragusa, Sam Adams, the big tank guys, up front on the defensive line. It allows the ends to be more creative. It allows the linebackers to go crazy because they take up so much space and they draw so much attention and contact. Look, Daquan Jones, Tim Settle, those kind of guys are going to help the Buffalo Bills. Bringing back Shaq Lawson and Jordan Phillips. This team is obviously deep. They're versatile and all the rest, but it is led by Von Miller, right? I mean, let's face it. Going into this year, if the Bills didn't have Von Miller, the immediate question would be, what is the Bills' biggest hole? And the immediate answer would be, well, they don't have a pass rush, right? We've seen it a million times. They can't beat the Chiefs because they don't have a pass rush, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Von Miller comes in, and now they have the pass rush. He is the guy. He is a Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Dick Butkus, Ray Nitschke. He's one of those kind of guys where you have to game plan against them. J.J. Watt, Ray Lewis, J.J. Watt, Ray Lewis in the middle, whatever the case may be, Deion Sanders, whatever position on defense, they keep offensive coordinators up at night, and Von Miller could be the key piece for the Buffalo Bills in 2022. But I'm very intrigued to see the usage of Von Miller, left, right, interior, how many downs, first and third down. It's going to be very interesting to see. And certainly they'll get a head start at St. John Fisher for training camp here in a couple of days. Mike Lindsley with you here. It is the Built-in Buffalo Podcast Network. Hey, make sure to download and subscribe and rate and review the Built-in Buffalo Podcast Network everywhere you get podcasts on your smartphone device. My show is the Pandemonium Podcast. It launches every Wednesday on the network. And of course, you can hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports. Please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mike L Sports. Like all the videos, tons of Bills content on a weekly basis, and really appreciate that. And I am also the host of the ML Sports Platter podcast. 20 years in media, a bunch of Hall of Fame interviews and the like through the years, and going down to Cooperstown this weekend to cover the Hall of Fame induction. So make sure you do download, subscribe, rate, and review that podcast as well, the ML Sports Platter. Play a lot of crossover episodes back and forth between the two. So a lot there for all of you fans. Thank you, Bills Mafia, for watching. I'm Mike Lindsley again, as I always tell you. Enjoy the games.